It's now the month of July. Sorry we're a little late getting this video up. Busy day yesterday. But let's go ahead and get the ancestors in and see what the month of July holds for everybody. Alright? Alright, well, as you can see we have several that went off the reading surface, and those that go off the reading surface are not part of the reading. So, what do we see here? Well, the first and most prominent thing that comes up to me is this V shape, or sort of victory shape. And this is much more focused around both home and family. This one over here is more about work. And what I see there with this victory, and I say victory, but it's likely has more to do with the situation that has recently been all over the news with the passing of the court case saying that about marriage. And this is coming up as being a victory not just for gays and lesbians, but it's also a victory for people. It's a victory for our consciousness. Because the biggest thing that helps the world is love. More love in it, less hate. More love, better balance. More love, more growth. Much more growth happens with love. Now, mind you, there's going to be those that are going to be detractors of it. But ultimately, it's going to be about juggling and restructuring what our world is about. How we're functioning. The potential for more families and more satisfaction for those that are in need of love. For example, adoption. All of that's being supported here in this myriad of structures that are under the family vote. The opinion of what is a family will also change. It needs to broaden. And for its acceptance. The other, as we move into these bones here, because even though we have the victory bone here, we have it flowing into the work life. And one of the bones is that if your home life, your family life is in harmony, your family life is in love, work is going to be supporting that. Work is going to be more harmonious, because now you don't have to worry about what's going on at home. Is my partner being taken care of? Is my family being taken care of? Am I getting the support I need? All of that comes to make for a much better work environment. Mind you, I will say that there's going to be some issues with it, more just in its sustainability. July is going to be a month where there's going to be fewer hours for work, either because of the upcoming holiday or just due to the fact that the workload for the job is not there, as it is towards the beginning of the year and towards the end of the year. This is sort of that lull period that comes up. So there's going to be a little stretching that's going to be needed to deal with that. And that's shown more with our broken bone here. That's following parallel to it, but breaks off. And that's that flow that's going to be a little more anemic. It's not going to be bad. You can survive it. That's another reason why you want to have that strong structure at home. Because then it's not just you that's bringing in the bills, or money for the bills, it is also your partner. It is your kids who are also going out and getting summer jobs. While they may be using the money for themselves, it's still money that's coming into your home. That's still prosperity. That's still abundance. That's still growth that's coming in. Now, this aspect over here where we have the claw bone next to this one here, which has a, for lack of a better word, very feminine structure to it, shows me that the fight that's going on between women's reproductive rights and so forth is going to keep going, and it's going to get a little more hot. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it's going to get hotter. But I don't see the tooth bone at all here. So I would be much more cautious for those of you who work in that field Do you always keep an eye out about who's around you? Not to mention to who you're speaking about what you do. For your safety and your family's safety, and for those you care about, and those whose job it is to care for them. Just watch yourselves. That's the best piece of advice I can give you. Because as long as you're vigilant, no one's going to be able to hurt you. And we don't want to see that, because that is going against the principle of love. That is going with the principle of fear, which is in kind of complete counter to what we've got going on here. Now, our satellite bones, which we have out here, are talking much more about what's coming more for the fall. Now, we've still got a few more months before we finally greet fall. But this one shows more structural support coming in the area of home, so likely some repair work to be done on the home, or possibly finding new, how can I put this? You may actually be finding new things to bring into the home to give it its strength and give it some more fill. So you may be doing a little internal redecorating, changing out pictures, painting a wall, removing old furniture. But that's what's going on there in relation more to the home structure and family. You also have these over here, which indicates that there's going to be a new person coming into your lives. Now, that could be a child, that could be a new lover, that could be a new family friend. But there's an individual who is coming into your life, and the angle is very much into the family. So this could become a family friend. But either way, there will be a relationship that is very similar to family with them. Now, our bones out here, which are much smaller, they're just the tips of the iceberg that are working their way towards you. And with them, I'm sensing they're going to be more about how you make decisions. And again, the idea of make the decisions from the area of love, not from the area of hate. Make them from practicality versus dreams. Because you'll be offered a path that goes one way, and you'll be offered a path that goes the other. Both have their pluses, minuses, both have their dreams, both have their practicalities. But one has more practicality than dreams. And right now, you need to operate more from that practicality side. But those I'm seeing are more going to have their potential in August. Otherwise, that's about it from the ancestors. So I want to remind you that this is a general reading for everybody. So if you want a more personal reading to figure out what's going on in your life, how these things are affecting you, contact me below and we can set up a reading for that. Otherwise, this is UnkleDestiny, and may the ancestors always bless you.